Good evening everyone, and I welcome you all to this session, and thank you so much for making your time for this session. And we are going to have this small presentation sessions in the start, and I really appreciate your presence here. And first I would like to call the CEO Ashar. He will explain why we are here.
Although we have a very limited people, but hopefully these are effective people. And one correction, I'm not the CEO. I used to be the CEO. I'm fired. So I'm hired as a consultant for, we have several companies, and as you understand. So used to be Telecircuit, which was basically, I don't know how many people knows when that company was founded. Anybody knows
Yes.
when Telecircuit was founded? When?
No, I don't know. I worked for Telecircuit, but I don't know what was on.
2004.
2004.
So basically that's 2004. So I mean, some of you already know, but I just want to recap the quick history of Telecircuit. I have been in this industry for about 20 years now. I worked as a consultant. Initially, I'm a software engineer. So just I mean, some people already heard this speech a lot of times, but for those who are new, so I graduated, worked with IBM for about a year, and then I worked as a software engineer for a couple of companies, and finally I got a job as a telecom, writing or developing software for telecom company in Atlanta, Georgia. So I came there, and the reason of joining that company was they sponsored my green card because I'm planning to stay in America. So that was the reason I took that offer. It was a small company, but I decided to take and start writing software for them. Some of them like a predictive dialer, which probably are using now. A lot of companies are making on a dialer using cloud and other systems. So that was my first software. And also like a week I also wrote a software using .NET technology for customer services. These couple of projects I did, but I am a crazy person. I always try to do something in the evenings or anytime I have extra. Even going like 7 a.m. till 6 p.m. After this, I started learning more about, I was always taking courses from different universities. When I was in Florida, I went to Florida State University to take extra courses, and I think all these universities have very good programs, like you did project management. So I was just keep taking those courses as my hobby, don't waste my time. So then I came to Georgia and working with this company. Then I would like to know more because that was my entrance to the telecom industry. So I want to know more about telecom, how these companies are created, how they're working. Eventually my goal was to learn to earn. So I took an admission in Keller Graduate Institute of Technology as started another master's in telecom management. So I was learning how this whole telecom system works in America, how the companies can be created and all these things. So I took some courses, and then I learned how to get licensed, how to do, promote your own telecom marketing wise and everything. So this is how, I said, let me create a company. I have no clue because a lot of companies pay thousands of dollars to get certifications and everything. So while my green card was under processing, so I was studying and also learned about telecom industry, and created this company myself. I applied all these certifications, learned one by one how to deal with different states. Every state has different requirement, but I was crazy, nothing to do but just keep doing every day in the evenings, keep applying certification, learning laws, regulations, how to do marketing and stuff. So finally, when my green card was completed, I quit my job and start focusing. Although when I was working, I was giving a lot of suggestions to my existing employers, which is now the own telecom too. So I was giving them do this. So I think that sometimes they don't listen to the employees, because I had some good suggestions. First, to improve the customer services, how to add more products and all these things. So that was my goal. Then once they were not listening to the new products, new technologies, so I thought, okay, let me start my own and do an experiment on my own. So this is how I registered a company and start getting all the licenses and everything. And finally I quit. I said, okay, I'm going to quit this job and focus full time on this company. So it's like a do and die situation, with the limited resources. I was doing everything, and this company, you can say, start in my basement. And then I hired first employee. I get a room, very small room, like maybe even this size, you can say, in hired Yara. Because most of our customers were Spanish speaking, because our product was long distance. And I outsourced, or because I was not in marketing, I couldn't do marketing myself. We did a lot of telemarketing, was huge that time because everyone had landlines. Millions and people of Americans have landline. Only way to reach was through calling them and sell your product. So I hired a company in, with limited resources, with limited money, hired a company in Canada to do my telemarketing for us. But because I had control on every single resource other than marketing. We had a customer services, I can do, billing was my own software, customer service was my own software, even I had a predictive dialer which was created by me, so a lot of experience. So I came with actually just marketing dollars. So we start marketing through Canadian company and so start making money slowly but surely. So I was the only employee. Then we hired after a couple of years, we hired our own telemarketers in the same room, but we added another room and moved telemarketers, small space we created with 2 customer service reps. So this is how this company was started expanding, and telemarketing was outsourced here. Then we had our own telemarketers. Then we moved to after we saw some success, it was through leg billing. They were doing collection. A lot of things were outsourced to different companies. So this is how the components were created, and then we start expanding. We have a big office in Alfreda, but I knew at that time that long distance is a limited product. One day is going to die because internet was born. So we start seeing the revolution. People are start using internet to make phone calls, and the call was very expensive initially in America. Even when I was a student, $1 for 1 minute a call through AT&T I used to make to Pakistan to my mother. So as the technology is changing, the cost was going down, and the cost was like this for the long distance, and that is the reason I thought we need to provide even local services. So that's why when we step in to provide even local services, and with no experience, because I even don't know how the billing works and all these things works. Even we had our own software initially to bill these customers like VCare or RevCom, but our software was not very sophisticated. We have a very small IT team, me and Marcelo. Probably some people have already interacted with him, so 2 people in our IT team. So that software was huge, and because now we have to send invoices directly to the customers. Initially, everything we were doing manually, printing by the printer, mailing by hand, and dispatching the invoices. That was the start. Everything has to have a start. It's very limited. Then, to learn more or any money, we purchased some more companies, and one of the company we purchased initially was and I learned a lot from their owner, Tommy Allen. So, and was the entrance to our local services. And this is how we start getting, because all these customers we had was only Spanish. Long distance was huge in Spanish customers because they were the one who make long distance calls. And then we invested in local services because long distance was going down, but a lot of people still have local services. And that is the reason we needed a call centers, or we needed telemarketing. So we went to Peru, because in 2008, another figure is very important in American history, because American economy was really plunged in 2008 because of economic downturn. All the companies start suffering, people lost a lot of jobs, a lot of houses were mortgaged, they couldn't afford it because there was economic meltdown happened, and that was the time we had to lay off some employees and move overseas to be competitive. So we hired Robert in Lima, Peru. He started providing us telemarketing services, and then after a couple of years he also started providing customer service in Spanish, and we set up Asterisk. Marcelo was also a very good guy, like Hassan, very innovative. He created Asterisk. PBX was available. So through that technology, initially it was free, because usually the softwares and dialers got thousands of dollars. So we created this and able to provide customer services and telemarketing through free PBX, or Asterisk actually. So using Linux systems, this is how we started providing and utilizing RevIO. So we move forward to the local services. The whole history, the reason of telling you this history, the things are changing, products are changing, innovations come. Like I was an employee, my CEO didn't listen to me. So I had no choice. I was an innovative guy, so I had to come up with something else. So my energy was, I felt like wasted. Either go to another company or create my own company. I went in creating a company, and goal was definitely to make money. And this is the reason we are creating these sessions to discuss the ideas, to discuss any innovations. So if we don't innovate, the company will eventually die. This is why we need to come up with the new products, new ideas, new thoughts. And this is the reason I try to come every couple of months, try to discuss with you, because and you guys come up with a lot of good ideas. All these social media ads came through you guys. So this is the reason of my initial reason is to make sure we are creative. The team and the company is creative, keep thinking. People who think they are successful. And we need to keep thinking about new products, otherwise if we depend on landlines today, the company might be closing in a couple of months. So we are thinking we have to move forward with the new thoughts, new ideas as a team, as a together. And the main reason of me, every 2 or 3 months I try to visit as many times as possible, is to build a team. And teams are not born, they have to be created. And this is the reason we have to create a successful team. This is very important, not like just a dumb teams maybe. So I try to spend as much time as possible with everyone to talk to them and see how we can build a successful team and a creative and a productive team. This is the whole reason of me coming here, talking to you guys, going to trips, or even this is also the part of this is to get your ideas, anything you want to talk, to engage everyone one by one. So everyone need to just explain their ideas and thoughts, so we can utilize those thoughts and take this company to the next level. Because alone I'm nothing. Because team we can be productive and do something very creative. So this is the whole goal, is to find and be creative and productive. And this is the whole reason of arranging this events, past events, or in the future events. So I see not a lot of participation, but the people who participate, they will realize the importance of this event. This is very important, because as you know, we have 3 offices, and sometimes it's hard to reach out to the new employees, especially, or the new people, so they can know me. Some 2 or 3 are new, but some other new people are missing, but they can reach out to me directly, discuss their ideas, and we can work together as a team to be successful. This is the only recipe I have. If you want to give, I know you're going to come one by one and give your ideas. It's not maybe called a presentation, but we will say frank discussion or ideas. So this is the whole purpose, and we should keep continuing and keep coming up with more ideas, thoughts, how we can engage the team and create successful, productive and effective team. And this is my goal here.